Hello, hello, everybody. We are here for some Vaultathon sprints. I cannot believe it's Friday already. Where has the week gone? We may have some friends joining us in a little bit. I think some of the hosts are coming on a little bit later, but for right now, it's just me. So as you're popping in, say hello. Let us know what you're reading. I am currently in an almost hurricane. Hurricane Fiona is hitting us at around 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. my time, but it's already starting to get like windy and rainy. So we're going to just cross our fingers that I don't lose power while hosting these sprints. We're just going to keep our fingers crossed. I don't think I will because it's not supposed to get bad until like really late tonight, early tomorrow morning. But, that's a thing. So I've stocked up. I've gotten chips. The generator's ready. We will survive. But that's, happening. Hi, Neva. How are you? Thank you for coming. How is your trip going? I know that you are away. And if you are reading, let me know what you're reading. I will be reading Night Road by Kristen Hanna. I am hosting a book club over on Instagram with Reads with Kelsey, and this is our book club book for the month. And we have broken it down into pages per day for what we're reading. So that's kind of like a buddy read within the book club. So I still have to read today's pages. I haven't done that yet. And it's 9 o'clock at night. So I'm a little bit behind, but so is Kelsey. So I felt a little bit better about my life's choices because I wasn't the only one behind. Oh, we have friends. Hold on, let me change this. There, that's better. I was that's really close to the face. I'm like, No. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. We're having a hurricane tonight, so that's fun.
Ooh, nice.
I know. I know. It's not supposed to hit till 3 a.m. That's when it's supposed to get bad. So hopefully I don't lose power while we're on sprints. That's my only goal in life is to avoid a power outage on sprints. But
that's fair.
Should be fun. I mean, should be okay.
It'll be great.
It'll be fine. It's going to be fun.
Totally.
Everything's fine. Do you want to introduce yourself and let me know what you're reading?
Sure. Hi, my name is Bree. My channel name is this right here, right there. And I read books, as you would probably guess from the fact that this is reading sprints.
Right?
I read a little bit of everything. And I have a dog, and she's also a lot of the content that I produce,
which we love,
also has a lot it's either books, her, or coffee and the acquiring of said coffee or tea. So there you go. I'm currently reading The It Girl by Ruth Ware physically, and I'm getting close. Getting close.
You're getting close.
I'm almost to the halfway point of Rebearer, nice. And I'm listening to that on audio. So I'll be probably doing a little bit of both, is what I'm guessing I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Yep, I have to do my buddy read pages today for Night Road, so that's my goal for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I have 100 pages, so I should be able to do that tonight.
Got it.
Should.
Mm-hmm.
Although I was still today I was prepping for a hurricane. That's all I've done all day is get the laundry done, everything that requires power done. And then I was okay, charge the iPads, charge download all the books on the apps, because obviously reading physically in the dark is difficult. So
yeah,
I need all the books.
That's fair.
I told you I'd be here. Yes, I know. Thank you. Your trip is great. I'm reading Kiss of Deception. Nice. Very nice. When do you get back, Neva? Monday? Or are you on for a week? Oh, we have somebody else.
Things ended a little bit sooner than I thought they were going to. So let me get that way off screen.
That's nice.
For the party.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, more people.
Yes. Yeah. I was on a my dad is walking me through everything he does as we go into what's known as the annual enrollment period for Medicare.
Yep.
And so there's a whole thing that we've got to get done to send out to his current clients to be like, hey, we need to take a look at your plan and make sure it's still the best plan for you, because there may have been changes that mean like medication, stuff like that are no longer covered.
Mm-hmm.
Insurance sucks. I just realized I'm explaining this to a Canadian who's just probably going, I'm so glad I don't live in the States.
A little bit. Yeah. I mean, I won't say that our healthcare system is perfect by any stretch of the imagination, because it is not. But at least we have healthcare.
Yeah, no.
Which I would assume is infinitely better than not having it. So no matter what issues we have, I would assume that's still better.
Yeah. My mother frustrates me every time I try to talk about this. She's like, well, I know people who've had to fly down to the States because they weren't getting cancer treatments. And I'm like, sounds fake, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my son has special needs. So that's when I really noticed that I really appreciated having free healthcare, because we could have never afforded every specialist that he needed, especially when he was, younger.
Mm-hmm.
Like to do OT and speech. And I know so many parents who were in the States who they had to pick whether their kid got OT or speech. And I'm like,
it's so hard if you
do that.
Like most of the kids that I work with, they have Medicaid, which is the state funded healthcare. And it is it's not perfect. It has limits and stuff.
Right.
Like we're only supposed to see patients for a year. We can get permission to do extra sessions after that. But like after 2 years, they're like either you discharge or you refer them to a higher level of care.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if you are not, like, it's so funny. If you are not poor and you are not wealthy, there is no help for you.
Right.
The same thing when I was trying to get scholarships for school.
Yeah.
Like I was lucky enough, I was covered by Bright Futures for the most part.
Why'd you drop it?
But like, because my parents made a certain amount, I didn't qualify for scholarships, but they didn't make enough that they were able to fully pay for all of my college.
Yeah.
Right. Margaret, do you want to introduce yourself and tell us what you are reading?
Since I have a whole bunch of stuff that needs to be entered into an Excel spreadsheet, which I will be turning my camera off while I'm working with that because it's protected health information and I don't want to accidentally flash it. But I will be listening to Arusha and the Song of Death.
Nice. Very nice. I want to read this series. It sounds so good.
It is so good, so cute. She really took the Percy Jackson mold and said, okay, let's do this, but with a girl, and let's make it better. So, like, it's just,
That's a good deal coming from you.
I enjoy it. Well, so there are certain things that character-wise are different from Percy Jackson and how Percy kind of, like the main thing that I really appreciate with Arusha is she knows all of this. This is like if Annabeth had been Percy. If Annabeth had been, like, with all of her knowledge and all that, because Aru knows so much about the different stories in the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. And so she's the one that everyone's turning to. And, Percy was completely clueless for the first, all of the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that she was like, you know what? No, we're going to have her be actually knowledgeable about what she is doing. So.
Well, that made me laugh. All I saw was the duck, fly in.
She let go.
I was like, that's fantastic. Oh, you're back on Sunday. Nice. Hi, Paige.
I am excited because my brother is moving back to Florida.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Hi, Alexis.
So that's official.
Hi, Tina. What is everybody reading? Let us know in the comments. Oh my gosh, she's so hyper. I love it.
She's like, I'm free. Love me.
6 months old.
She's just now getting used to the fact that I'm home every night except for Tuesdays most of the time now.
Yep.
So she's just now getting used to the fact that,
so you're not boring yet.
Thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're not bored as often anymore.
People to play with. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She will eventually mellow out. She's got a good year and a half before that happens.
Yes.
Mhm.
But she will get bored of you eventually. Like, oh, you're home. Why? I'm just gonna go still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Susie was very much that kind of dog. I want one that's a little bit not clingier, but like more focused on me when we get
Yeah.
kind of schnauz.
Yeah. I want a dog so bad, but my son is terrified. Terrified. He had an incident with a dog when he was 2
Yeah.
and almost got bit, but had this like huge dog jump at him and almost bite him. And ever since he's like, no. Like, don't trust them. I don't trust them.
I don't blame him for that.
No. And when you're 2 and a huge dog who's bigger than
A
you,
lot more, you know,
lunges at
terrifying.
you. Yeah. This dog is like bigger than I am. Yeah.
Right.
That's an
How old is he
imprint.
now?
13.
13. Okay.
And still terrified. So
until he wants to do something about that, that's hard.
yeah. We've tried to like introduce and he's like, no. Like even if we see a dog like on the street, which now he's too big, but he'll like try to like get you to hold him. He's like, I can't be down. Like he's that scared.
It's something that he has to want. So
exactly. Haven't decided which book I'm starting with. Let's sort through birthday cards. Nice. Do you have options? We can help with options. What on the ground? Nice. Reorganizing my bookshelves. I love to reorganize my bookshelves.
I would love to, but I want to move my bookshelves once we finish the flooring and painting in the rest of the house. But I mean, although it has been like 4 or 5 years since we did the other rooms, and the rest of the flooring is literally just sitting in a stack in my spare room.
Yeah.
And we haven't touched it in 4 or 5 years. We just left
it. It happens.
So I don't know really why I'm waiting to reorganize them, as if it's going to magically just, we're going to do it today or something.
Yes. Well, you might, you know. I think that's we all think that there's a day I might wake up and go, I'm going to do that today. And you know full well you're never going to. But like there's always the possibility.
Yeah. And the main thing is like I need somebody else to my brother-in-law is going to do the floors. Part, so I feel like kind of bad asking him.
Right.
Hey, take your weekend and give it to me. Like I feel bad asking that, but I know every time we bring it up or it comes up, he's like, just tell me when. And I'm like, you say that like it's easy to ask you to give up like your time.
That's when you say, okay, well, when works for you? When is going to be a good time for you?
Right.
When do you want to get away from the kid?
Right. It's like fair trade. I watch your child all the time.
You book your flooring.
So it's not just like you're asking. He's not just doing it for free.
You are asking for a repayment schedule. I'm fine. I wasn't raised with big dogs, and we got a puppy who will be a big dog. Horrified now.
That's fair. It's the needle. The needle.
Yes, puppy teeth are not a fun thing. One of the booktubers I watch, Jade from JD Ray Reads, she got a puppy, and her puppy bites everything. Yeah. And I'm like, I feel like just totally just that teething, just suffering. And I'm like, poor puppy.
Yeah.
That's so funny. My dog barely teethed, and so we never had to teach her not to bite, which meant that she would occasionally bite us on accident.
Right.
Mora teethed very fast. It only took like by the time she was done her 5 months of age, like got to like 5 months, she was done like within 2 weeks.
Nice.
Wow. It was very fast. Like there were a couple times where she'd be sitting there playing and there was like 2 teeth just sitting on the floor.
Wow. Never found any.
I'm like, that's good. Thank you for that. Yeah. Not getting it all done at once.
I mean, exactly.
Get out of the way.
I like a good medium-sized dog. I feel like I don't want anything small enough that I can punt it like a football, but also if it's a big enough dog, it will weigh more than I do.
Yes.
That's why I didn't do a lot of holding Doyle when I was at the wedding, because he was huge. I had to be braced the one time that I held him.
Yeah, you forget how big he is seeing him on screen. But then every once in a while you'll see a picture of him and you're just like, oh.
No. Pictures do not do his size.
I believe it. I believe it fully.
I got there. I was like, how is Doyle bigger than he looks on screen? Because he looks really big on screen. So, anyways.
Aragon or Will Grayson, both really good books.
And my dinner is supposed to be here soon.
And finished Finley. How did you think of Finley, Alexis? I love Finley.
I've heard good things. I'm very much looking forward to picking it up sometime.
Go ahead and go without me if you like. I'm going to go grab my dinner.
Okay.
Don't get lost. It's a big world out there.
Yeah, the Finley books we're doing book 1 and book 2 for our first book besties book club selections, but they're rereads for me. So
gotcha. Yeah.
I should be able to knock them out. I'm going to just do them as audio, I think, this time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I read them. I've used my eyes to read them already.
Yeah.
I've been reorganizing them for a week. Yep. Originally by genre and now by thread. And I'll run. Yep. I do by alphabetical order just because that's how my brain works. But I wish that I could get out of that because I would like it to be like more by size so that they look prettier. But
I'm weird. I do it by vibe.
Oh.
Like there are certain authors that I feel like just because of where they ended up, like they just go together in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and then from there, I use that to kind of structure, okay, this is going to be like mostly fantasy or whatever. So.
I love that.
I do. I have it split between read and unread, and they're both sides of read and unread are organized differently. Within that, it's both by genre mostly. Although in my read side, I have like favorites shelves, even though it's really just like a lot of books that I love, and I honestly don't know why I need them all to be together, and then it takes up like 5 shelves. It's like the whole case is favorite side, and then everything else. But then my unread side, I have it by genre, and then by like subgenre almost. So like fantasy, and then fantastical beings or creatures.
Nice.
Fantasy school related type things. Retellings, like kind of like that kind of, so because I realized maybe like a year ago that I do everything when I need to like find something, it's usually for a readathon. And for a prompt.
Yes.
I need the specifics within the book. So having it that way, I can be like, oh, I need a this. I know where to find that.
Nice.
That's actually really smart. Think about like prompts.
Yeah,
that is smart. Hey. I have mine separated out by rainbow for my unread books because I wanted rainbow shelves, but I cannot, for the life of me, fathom separating series.
Yeah. On the other side, I have it just like at the moment, it's like the favorites are kind of by genre, and then the other ones are more like by author's name, alphabetical, I think.
Yeah. My main 3 shelves that you can kind of see on screen are my favorites shelves, and they need to expand. But after that, it's just kind of mostly by genre, but then those genres are grouped together to some extent. Like at one point, my Scott Westerfeld and my Allie Carter were right next to each other because that's where they'd been on my bookshelf for so long. And they're Scott Westerfeld's book, like his Leviathan trilogy, is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So.
I know. I was just reading this comment. I was like, I love that your cat and your dog are the same size. That's fantastic.
I just found out that my brother is also allergic to cats now, and I'm just like, Well, if you need help figuring out how to deal with that, let me know.
See, we used to have a cat, but everyone in my house was allergic except me. And I was like, but I want a cat, so y'all just have to not my son. He's not allergic, but the other adults are all.
Mhm.
I was like,
No.
you're just gonna have to go with it.
I hate it because I love them. Like, I would be one of those people that has both a cat and a dog, but I can barely do dogs.
Yeah.
So,
See, I there's cats that are like total horrible, like they just have no interest in humans. But there
Mhm.
are a few that are like super cuddly and
Yeah.
lovely and like do like need. And that was my cat. Like he was like, I want cuddles. And like if you were getting ready to leave, he would start crying.
Aw.
And I was like, because he was like, what, you're gonna leave me alone? What am I gonna do without the people? Like he was
Bless.
one of those cats. So it wasn't so bad because he wasn't one of the cats that are kind of a little bit of a dickhead.
Yeah.
You know, so that's good. Yay, I'm glad you loved Finley.
My dad always says that he's allergic to peanuts, but all that really happens for him is his eyes water just a little bit, like they get itchy and watery.
Yeah.
But we'll pick on him, and I'll tease him, and I'll be like, "I don't believe you. I don't think you're really allergic." Like kidding. I think,
Yeah.
jokingly. He knows that I'm joking, but then he'll like start fake sneezing. I like very dramatic,
That is too
over
funny.
the top. It's so good.
watery eyes will wipe you out.
I know.
I have been wiped out by my eyes just getting itchy and watery.
Yeah. Him and Sam would both wake up with like the wateriest eyes, both of them. And that's like one of the things where it's like they were just best friends,
Yeah.
Those little elements of like where they were similar. Dog and human, but very similar. They both had terrible allergies in the morning.
Pat, hi, and thank you for your dedication, because if I have done the time change correctly, it is 1:30 in the morning where you are.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
I'm pretty sure I've done that time change correctly.
Listen, some people work on don't their brains stay up later.
Yeah. I can only do it if I know like I won't have to get up early tomorrow, which is very rare. Tomorrow I won't because my son is not here. So that is.
See, me personally, I would love to be up till like 1:30, 2 a.m., not have to get up till 8. That's not who I am, not what the life I get to live though at the moment.
Well, exactly. Yeah. I knew it. I knew I was right. Look at me doing time zones, Pat. I'm impressed with myself. Standalones, historical romances tend to have yes, that's true. They do. I love books with really bright colors on the spine. I do have my main bookshelves are all by author name, but around my TV I have like cubbies that I've done rainbow shelves, and so I love when I can find like really bright spines that work for my rainbow bits. Yeah, see, that was my cat. Had a revolt every time I left. Okay, should we sprint? Probably.
Yeah.
3 minutes. Who needs to read?
Yeah. What are reading? What is reading?
Why would we read at reading sprints? That's so silly. We are using Margaret's timer tonight. Margaret made a timer, and I've got it all set up. And it is so lovely and beautiful, and I'm so excited to use it. So let's get reading.
Brittany, you are not muted. You're not muted.
Hello.
Hello. Give me a minute. I'm figuring out what I read.
No problem. How did everybody else do? And yes, Pat's calling me out. I definitely forgot to mute myself. Although I could have sworn I hit it. I was like, what? But
Stab it.
It happens. I've done it before.
It happens. There's too many things to click when you're running sprints. You've got to
And then sometimes you forget to put the timer up. That's called doing a Margaret.
There we go. Yep.
Oh.
I've seen people, how many times have people forgotten to start the timer? And then they're gone.
I have not done that yet.
Oh, one time during Chris's sprints, she forgot for the entirety of the sprint. She came back an hour later and was like, oh, oops. It was fantastic.
Perfect.
It happens. How did you all do?
I read 20 pages.
Nice. Of the It Girl?
Yes, and I think that my suspicions have been confirmed, and my guess, I think, is possibly correct because, at this point in the book, it's very possible.
Yeah.
What we were just told is the main, the main twist, and then everything else is the continued twists within that, but that this person is the person, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's very possible that my suspicions were correct and I solved the puzzle and I think that would be cool because I don't always solve the puzzle, but sometimes.
Nice.
This might be that time. Madam, you've got to stop you've got to learn to stop jumping on things. Good.
Hi, Jan. How are you? 77% to The Hobbit. Love that.
Nice. I read 14 pages.
Nice.
And then went down and showed my mom all of the new shirts I got from ThreadUp because I was feeling very stagnant in my wardrobe.
Mm-hmm. I did just under 30, I think 29 pages.
Nope.
Nice.
I'm trying to get through my 100 pages for the Spuddy read for today. And I just started, so.
It's a lot of pages in a day.
Right? I should be able to do it, I think. If we did 2 more sprints, it should be fine. We'll see how it goes. I didn't read. I just updated my reading journal. That's still really good. How many times have I been I haven't read and I just scrolled TikTok, At least you did something productive.
Right.
My reading journal is still on May. So.
I am not good with keeping a reading journal. I try to just keep my Goodreads updated. Because I just can't. I'm not good at remembering to go and fill it in. And then if I get behind, then I get overwhelmed. And then I'm
I like the creative aspect of doing a monthly spread every month.
Yeah.
I just have to actually remember to sit down and do it.
Yeah. So I do a spreadsheet to track most of the things, and then for reviews, I put them on Goodreads, and then for TBR-ish things, I have a page where it's not just books but media in general, and I have a planned side and then an unplanned side of it.
Nice.
So anything I read that I didn't plan, because I don't do a monthly TBR because I'm more of a seasonal reader. So the monthly TBR is really just a 4-month TBR.
Yeah.
It's a TBR for 4 months basically. So I don't really do
I do big TBRs of these are books that I want to get to at some point.
Yeah.
But I do not do a monthly TBR. I just do a books read, and as I read books and finish them in that month, I put them in.
Yeah, I did do it I've done it that way before. But I've kind of migrated into putting planned so that I have the motivator of I wrote it down. I want to read
Mm-hmm.
that.
I make my TBR videos, and I do want to start making a section for Fable and stuff. But I need to get to where I'm consistent with my current, keeping up with my current reads first.
Yeah.
I totally understand. I just went back because I edited my October TBR video today, just in case we lost power for the next few days, so that it was like up and ready to go if the world fell apart.
Yeah.
And then I was like, did I read anything from my September TBR video? And I look back and not a whole lot. I did read a couple. I was like, that was me being really like this. I had a total plan and I clearly threw that entire plan out the window. But like, does anyone care? No, I don't think so.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, nobody cares.
TBRs are just going to motivate me, in my opinion. Like, I do the TBR game to kind of help me stick to it and actually read books that I'm looking forward to reading.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of my problem is like I just get doing so many things. I need that.
Yeah.
But I find I read more when I make a TBR, regardless of whether or not I'm actually reading the things on the TBR. Typically.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have months like July where I only read 2 books.
Yeah, it happens. I had a horrible reading month in August, June, July, whatever month was after Whatever-a-thon. I went way too hard for Whatever-a-thon and regretted it wholeheartedly when I was done and just burnt myself out, which I'm assuming is what's going to happen after October because there's so much going on in October.
Yeah.
That like, I feel like I'm going to like hit a wall. We'll see. 4 chapters and a cuppa and a snack. I love that for you, Pat. Especially at 2 a.m. Like, you're so impressive. I would be comatose at 2 a.m.
No dairy.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
What's a dairy?
I think she means diary.
I thought so. I just checking.
I think.
Sometimes people do need a dairy diary.
Yeah.
Highly useful if you have a food allergy.
Just in case I was out of the loop on something. Is there a dairy or is it a diary?
I think she meant diary. Read 2% and ate dinner. Nice. Nice.
Not jump on the table. Okay.
I want to finish this by the end of tomorrow, and then that'll give, or probably about halfway through tomorrow, and then that'll give me a day and a half to finish Howl's Moving Castle.
Nice. Have you finished Ray Bear?
Not yet, but I am. Hold on. So I have gotten to the point where we've moved into the big palace, where they're kind of more independent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that like it's so funny listening to them talk about the Ray and all of the stuff and I'm sitting here going, this actually sounds really claustrophobic to me, where like you don't want to be alone. I'm like, this sounds like this is being used to manipulate you guys, and it sounds awful.
Yeah.
Always having to be near these people, always like hating when you're separated, and I'm just like.
And you have to be around like all of them because later, like if they go off in pairs, they still get somewhat sick.
Yeah, and I'm just like, this sounds
like they
terrible.
have to remain as like a group of 12, like all the time.
Yeah. And I'm just like, this sounds, I mean, like, it's interesting because like they love it so much. And I'm just like, this sounds on the outside, this sounds objectively awful.
Yeah.
So I am sure that is going to be going into the theme somewhat. It was also very interesting seeing what she had to do to be able to be at peace in the environment that she was in at the end of like part 1 or part 2.
Yeah.
I was like, there might be a deeper metaphor there. So
there's so much. Like I'm sure on reread you would even catch even more because there's just so much going on in this book. I can't believe it's only under 400 pages. Like, I don't know how.
This is one of those that like, I'm like this, I'm catching stuff because I do listen to things that talk about a lot of what, it talks about terrible people in history, and a lot of terrible people in history went down and fucked around in Africa.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
9 times out of 10, Henry Morton Stanley was involved. He's like a meme of himself, except he's a terrible meme, a horrible genocidal meme. But like, so I'm seeing some of the pieces. I think it would be really interesting to sit down and actually do more in-depth study of African history, because I am sure there is so much more that I would be catching doing that. So.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to discuss it on the weekend.
It's going to be fun. I'm just like, oh, we're probably gonna have to have a conversation about like what is and is not okay for 5 white girls and an indigenous person to be discussing about this book.
Truth.
Where is our lane before we start?
100%.
Yeah.
So, but it's okay.
We will though.
We need to read that. We need to read it too. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you ready for another sprint?
let's go.
Yeah.
More names to enter.
Hopefully I'll remember to mute myself this time.
It happens. It happens.
You know? Who knows? We'll see. Okay. Happy reading. Hello. We are back. I don't know if everyone saw, but I made that the last sprint because my power has flickered no less than 10 times.
Oh no!
And I'm like, I just hope that I can stop the stream.
Yeah,
Probably going to be the last sprint just because hopefully I keep it, but it's having a struggle.
It's struggling. That seems wise. Okay, give me just a second. Where were we?
It's having a struggle. I was like, oh. You know, I noticed the wind had picked up considerably in the last hour, and I was like,
That will possibly be us in about 3 days, 4 days.
Yeah, because you're in Florida, right?
Yeah. And we got another one coming our way.
Fun. It's fun, isn't it? I hate hurricane season. We get them every year. Like, it's just part of living here.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it's not a good time. I went to this grocery store to stock up tonight, and there was the chips aisle was completely there was empty shelves, and I was like, yeah, that's a surefire sign that a hurricane's coming.
I should probably do my food shopping tomorrow then.
So.
It's hard because I have to be able to prep for my food for the week.
Mm-hmm.
But also, if we lose the power, then I lose all of that.
Well, that's it. It was kind of like, oh, do I get get stuff that doesn't need to be refrigerated is basically the.
Do y'all usually have your power go down when a hurricane hits?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The thing is, our city is really old. It's was first founded in the 1500s. Okay. So, and it's still, and we've just piecemealed new stuff around the old stuff. Mm-hmm. So we're not really set up to keep power in a power outage. And there's a lot of trees. We have a lot of trees.
Yeah, so, for us, it just depends on where the storm hits and how close it is to us. Because if it doesn't hit you bad, then.
Yeah, this one's hitting not my city direct. We're 80 kilometers away from where it's directly hitting.
Mm-hmm.
The edge of it. So we're pretty close to a direct hit. It's gonna be close.
Yeah, and hurricanes can change path.
Exactly. Yes, it is what it is. But
yeah,
I was like, I'm gonna make that the last sprint because I think I'm playing with fire.
That's understandable.
84% on the Hobbit. Nice. Me too, Kelsey. I was like, let me know when you get to that page. We're buddy reading, doing a book club. And I hit it the sprint before she did. And I was like, when you get there, you have to let me know because I was not seeing that coming.
Yeah. Which book is this?
Night Road by Kristen Hanna.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's a short one for Kristen Hanna.
It is so short for Kristen Hanna. It's under 400 pages.
Wow.
I know. It's not my favorite Kristen Hanna at this point in time, but it's not my least favorite either. It's probably going to be a 4-star.
Nice.
Middle of the road.
I got 30 pages.
Nice.
I'm going to finish tonight.
Yay.
I need to do it.
Yeah.
For my soul. To finish a book during the readathon. That's not the group book.
Yeah.
I'll be happy. Nice. The group book and one more book. It's pretty solid to me. I'm going to start another book probably, but I don't know if I'll finish it or not. So
I can't believe it's almost Saturday.
No.
Where did the week go?
I have no idea.
And work.
Yeah. I mean, I've been on sprints almost every night this week, so that's probably
true.
The way it's gone.
True.
Because I was like, oh, I haven't done sprints this often ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's fun though.
So nice and easy to do.
Yeah, I love sprints anyway because I find I get more done when I'm on sprints than when I'm just left to my own devices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then I start scrolling TikTok.
Yeah.
Or Instagram or all the useless things.
For me, it's Twitter. Even
though
so often I just am at the end of my, I've read all of the tweets on my Twitter that are interesting. But Oh,
Hi, Jane from the future. I love trying to deal with Australian time zones. It always throws me off.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, right, it's tomorrow for you.
nice.
Anyway, I am going to end those here. But thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everybody in the comments. And I'll see you guys later.
All right. Bye.